Welcome to Assault, Learn and Play, Part 4, Chapter 7, Support Phase. Support Phase. This is one phase during the sequence of play and gives the players the opportunity to activate units with support capabilities like mortars for indirect fire and smoke or command cards for tactical air artillery support. Chapter 12. They can also change the phasing of artillery units without activating. Unlike the action phase, no movement takes place in the support phase, other than the artillery change phasing and fallbacks. Only units firing indirect fire and smoke are marked with a firing status marker, to note that they have fired but not moved. Another difference with the support phase is that any fallback results do not attract reaction fires. It is assumed that the dust clouds caused by explosions from indirect fire will cover any retreats. Indirect fire. So units with the S for support on the card and with indirect fire capability like this mortar can perform indirect fire during the support phase. So I want to show up two examples of how to provide indirect fire during the support phase. First is you have your mortar unit here with the card, and you see clearly it's an S on the card in a yellow hex, states this is a support unit able to do indirect fire and smoke, the red letters, during the support phase. How to provide this is stated on the back of the card. You see you have indirect fire capability 3 to 11 hex, and you have for indirect fire 3 yellow dice, and of course you can switch the fire mode to smoke, then you have more dice, but it's firing smoke. But how to do this? So the specialty for the mortar is, because it's indirect fire, you have regarding the rulebook the topic you can do the indirect fire by the mortar unit itself if it has a line of sight, or you can use a second friendly unit beside that mortar unit to do a spotting for it. And the showcase here shows this mortar is in the light forest here on level 1, and it has of course a line of sight to the level 2 unit here, to the machine gun on level 2. So you have here a direct line of sight, so it's not a matter of spotting by a friendly unit because I have a line of sight. This mortar can use indirect fire on this machine gun. Second situation is you have this mortar here between the two level 2 hills inside the rocky area, and you have here, and this unit has, because of this level 2 hill, no direct line of sight and cannot fire. But if there is a friendly unit, this unit can help out as described in 7.1.1. So infantry and artillery units or units with a scout ability can spot for the mortar, but they have to be adjacent to this unit. Therefore this unit gets marked with a -1 attack die marker, simulating that this unit is a little bit busy for the game turn to spotting for the mortar, and this is marked as firing, and then they together can fire indirect to the unit, so which means this mortar can throw grenades to the heavy machine gun. So this is meant by spotting unit for fire. If this unit was, with starting the game turn, was able labeled with -1 attack die, then this unit is get marked with a normal action. Simulates that this unit is busy, and that it's, if it's marked, it gets a normal action, which means this unit cannot do any other action during the game turn, so it is locked in spotting here. So during the prep phase, some units can fire a smoke, and how this procedure is working I want to explain in the tabletop simulator. It's rather easy. You have support phase now, you have your 81mm mortar, which is capable firing smoke, and on the back side you see this unit can fire smoke into a target hex and up to 2 nominated adjacent hexes to this target hex. So you have 4 green and 4 blue die, and therefore you have just to activate your mortar with a firing, and then take a look what is my first hex to fire smoke on. So I want to have it here, then roll all 8 dice, and we take now all hits are to be transferred into the smoke. So I have now 3 smoke markers on that hex, and these are beside. Then I have 5 left, blanks and suppression, and I can up to 2 adjacent hexes which are in line of sight of my mortar, so it's not a big problem. I have to check my line of sight, and I can nominate this and this. They are in my line of sight, so I will take first this one here as the next target, roll again. I have again 3 hits, which gives me 2 smoke more. Now come on, and I nominate this as the last one, and I have 2 dice left, and I have 3 hits now, so I can get again cover of 3 smoke markers to the hex. That's it so far, and now we see we have a smoke screen with 3 smoke markers each, which causes a blocked line of sight, and I can now choose my infantry to move forward if I want.